Alright friends, it's T and I'm back with a new video, bro. And we're gonna react to another stupid video by Jason Blaha, the gym lifting recruiting fitness gear slave himself, broski. Yes, man. So Blaha says BCAAs are a perfect example of how effective marketing scams are. You know, the only people that complain about these supplements not working, supplements do work. They they do work. It just depends on it depends. But they do work. I mean, they do specific things, especially amino acids. They definitely work. But this guy's too stupid to understand why. I'll explain it when we get into the beginning of this video.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I want to chat with you guys and gals a little bit about the power of marketing. And I think branched chain amino acids actually display, again, how nefarious and insidious supplement industry marketing is.
Again, I will explain to you one more time, to this fucking dumb, bald-headed eagle, that guess what? Concentric exercise does not build muscles. It is not associated with muscle damage. It is not associated with muscle growth whatsoever. So why would any supplement that you take, why would it work? It would be useless because supplements are used to do what? To repair, help in the repair of what? Damaged muscles. So if you're not damaging muscles, hello, doing concentric exercises, then what the fuck? Of course it wouldn't work. That's dumb. Look, man, the point of these supplements, they're there for a reason, to do this. See, this is from AI, this is from Google, okay? So, yes, BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, can aid in what? In repairing damaged muscles. Does concentric exercise damage muscles? No. What damages muscles? Eccentric exercise. But none of yous out there is doing eccentric exercise. So why the fuck would you go and invest in taking BCAAs or branched chain amino acids, free-form peptide bond amino acids? Here's the thing. Free-form peptide bond amino acids, they work. Oh, they work, man. Trust me. The dosage is very specific when you're taking it. I would say the one of the best dosages is probably six tablets before you go to sleep at night. Sometimes people will do 6 before they come into the gym and then 6 before they go to sleep at night to induce growth hormone, to induce some growth factors, growth hormone, to increase them. But that's only when they do a damaging eccentric exercise. That's when they take it. But these people, they're hoping that this thing will magically build them muscles in the concentric form when there's nothing going on there. No damage, no growth. So you taking BCAs, you think they ripped you off. Get it? Because you got nothing to grow, nothing to show. So like it says here, it aids in the repair of the damaged muscles. As research suggests, they can help reduce muscle soreness, accelerate muscle recovery, and promote muscle protein synthesis after exercise by providing readily available amino acids for muscle repair. Listen to the word muscle repair. The 3 BCAAs are leucine, isoleucine, and valine. The key points of BCAAs: muscle building blocks, muscle protein synthesis, reduce muscle soreness, improve recovery. DOMS, they're talking about DOMS, recovery, delayed onset muscle soreness after intense exercise. But none of you are getting delayed onset muscle soreness after your fake exercise because you're not doing eccentric exercise, which is associated with what? Muscle damage. You understand, broski? So these supplements, they do work. They do. They actually do work. They do very specific things. And they do work. Like creatine. Creatine doesn't work for people doing concentric exercise other than putting 5 pounds of water inside their muscles. Pumping, because they're pumping ass cheek. They're ass cheek squeezing like Blaha. So you could see this. Look, creatine. So this is from again Overview. Yes, research indicates that creatine supplementation can indeed augment the increase in satellite cell number. Okay, what do you know that increases satellite cell numbers? What do you know? Eccentric exercise. See that? Not concentric. It doesn't do that. Essentially promoting muscle growth by enhancing the proliferation and activation of these muscle stem cells when combined with what? Resistance training. But what training? Which one? Which one? Concentric or eccentric? This is the $1,000,000 question. Eccentric. That's right. See? Satellite cell function, creatine activation, mechanism, combined with exercise, combined, muscle growth. So, by increasing the satellite cell pool, creatine can contribute to greater muscle hypertrophy, size increase. So it will help you if you're doing eccentric exercise, because only eccentric is associated with what? Satellite cells and nuclei. Get it, Lutsky? So this will help augment it, because why?
According to PubMed, we conclude that a single bout of maximal eccentric exercise increases satellite cell numbers in both age groups, with a significantly greater response among the young men.
Well, there you go. Even the computer's telling you, I don't need to go any further, man, in this, whatever. You get the idea, okay? So when Blaha's screaming and crying that they won't magically build him his stupid ass muscles doing stupid ass concentric exercise, of course not. There's nothing going on there. There's nothing to repair or remodel. Duh.
Because this is a supplement that we need to keep in mind. The current research, and I'm talking meta-analysis, is completely
Yeah, what's the current research?
and utterly debunked branched-chain amino acids is basically useless. Okay, so
It is useless. It is only useless in concentric lifting, in exercise, because there's nothing to repair or remodel. There's no damage to your muscle fibers. There's no micro damage. There's nothing to repair.
we need to be clear on that.
There's nothing to repair. There's nothing to grow. Get it? Nothing to repair, nothing to grow.
And a lot of people are actually unaware of that because they were marketed so hard. And I mean, it's at the point
Like it said there, it says it aids in the repair and remodeling. It does specific things. It aids in it. See what I mean? It aids.
where most even influencers out there who had PhDs and things in those fields have apologized. Some of them have apologized to their audience for ever endorsing them. So
Why should they apologize? Why should they apologize? Because you're still doing concentric exercise. Duh.
there's your context. So if anyone
Because of your shitty exercises.
says, well, some people still endorse it, well, they're all charlatans. Because multiple people who have influence out there who have doctorates in sports sciences or nutrition science or sport.
Do you understand how stupid Blaha is? How stupid he sounds? This is the stupidity that is amongst the fitness community. People like you and everybody else that's out there acting like stupid people. You understand me? You understand what stupid means?
Nutrition, plenty of them have admitted that it's a scam. Okay, many of them who endorsed it have said, yeah, I shouldn't have endorsed it. I've seen some apologize. They're like, yeah, we know.
Look, I personally don't take supplements. I've done brewer's yeast. Okay, I've done some brewer's yeast in the past. I'm not doing any supplemental thing with brewer's yeast right now at all whatsoever. I could. I definitely know it helps because it's a type of fungus. Okay, it's unlike anything out there. And so it is definitely high in these B vitamins and minerals and B vitamins, okay? Are they absorbable? Do they have some oxalates in it? Well, there's some oxalate, man, you know. There's a give and take there, okay? Because it's made from this stuff. But does it aid in the repair and the remodeling? Yeah, because science will tell you the uptake of brewer's yeast is that of like animal products. Your body almost sees it like an animal product. It's a very unusual thing, this Brewer's Yeast. It's extremely old. It's been around for like billions or millions of years or some shit. So, yeah, like I said, they usually sell it deactivated. It's unactivated brewer's yeast. And like I said, it's extremely high in minerals and vitamins. Yeah, it can aid in this repair and the remodeling of building muscle for sure. Definitely, it can help you. I mean, personally, I'm an older person now, so yeah, I kind of try to stay away from plant stuff right now. You know what I mean? Seeing how I feel. But probably the only supplement I probably would take is probably brewer's yeast. All the other stuff you can take them. I mean, and then there's also branched chain amino acids. Yes, I would take branched chain amino acids. They definitely work. But here's the problem: if you overuse it, you can deplete your growth hormone. If you overstimulate your growth hormone, your pituitary, if it's overstimulated, it'll stop working. The amino acids will stop working after 2 months of doing them. And so you're going to have to go through a period where your pituitary regenerates to release growth hormone again. And so you may go through a very flat period. So you have to be careful with that. I would just recommend some high dose peptide bond free form amino acids, maybe periodically, once in a while. It's not something you want to do steady because, again, overstimulating the pituitary, and then if it's overstimulated, it'll stop at some point. You'll be fucked. I know this for a fact. Experience tells me. Had friends, people taking peptide bond free form amino acids, going to the gym, lifting, and they were using them. You know that they were using them, and they said it stopped working. That's after 2 months, they weren't working anymore. They felt depleted. Their hormones were down. A bunch of stuff. So it's a given fact, and science will corroborate that.
Now it's a scam. Like, it's a complete scam. And we didn't fully know, although they should have known. And I think they did know personally. I knew. By the way, I got sued over branched chain.
He got sued over branched chain amino acids because this fool put out misinformation complaining why BCAAs didn't magically build his fucking dead muscles doing concentric work. What an idiot. And then he got sued. They should have, and that's good they sued him because he's a fool. See what I mean? He's an idiot. Of course they work. He's so dumb, that's why they sued him. This bumpkin. Then he escaped England or some shit. He ran away.
Amino acids about 11 years ago, 12 years ago, for calling them out. For those who were unaware, I knew they were a scam back then because...
You know what? They should have put this scammer in jail for scamming people with his stupid exercises, his stupid shit, and him taking fucking steroids.
It was obvious they were a scam. How did I know it was a scam? The type of research being put out and the way it was being marketed was a massive red flag.
How is it a scam, Blaha, when it aids in repairing and remodeling, damaged muscles, eccentrically lifting, not concentric? How?
It's an enormous red flag to me that, whoa, this is not a legitimate product.
You know,
Jackpot City is the home of all.
It had no human
It's not legitimate because it didn't magically build his shitty concentric lifting muscles.
testing at that point showing any benefits. Some garbage rodent testing was being used. And then it was being...
Man, it's kind of obvious. Amino acids, all amino acids work. They all work. They all work. All amino acids. Because why? They're building blocks of what? Protein. But if there's nothing to build in your body, right, you don't need them. What's the point? You know what I mean? This guy's dumb.
Marketed, and the companies producing it were pushing it real.
Does he look like he's damaging his muscles doing these lifts in his garage? Day in and day out. He's lifting day in and day out. Do you even think that you could damage muscles every day lifting in a garage? Do you think they damage every day even? You think they get micro damage doing these light weights and shit, lifting every single day in the gym? You know what I mean? You gotta be crazy. So of course, what's the use of taking BCAAs? See what I mean? There's nothing there to grow, to repair and grow.
really hard. The way they were pushing it, it's like, this is going to be a hustle.
Oh,
And I caught that early on.
oh.
I called it out, and then I actually got sued over it.
I know, you know how many people I knew growing up, they didn't know what built muscles, and they couldn't figure out why they weren't getting big and why their muscles weren't growing. They were going to the gym lifting concentrically. They were comfortable lifting concentric slaves. Get it? They wanted to lift a heavy weight and show off and go, woohoo, I could bench press 315. Look, I could curl 100-pound dumbbells. Woohoo! You know what I mean? And then they couldn't figure out why their muscles weren't building. And then what do? They bought all these supplements like amino acids, liquid amino acids. They would down them like crazy, man, thinking they had these magic powers, that they were going to magically build their muscles. Magically delicious. Get it? Like Lucky Charms. Get it? Lucky Charms. You have to be really stupid, man, not to understand that a supplement can only work its magic if there's something damaged there. If there's nothing damaged, there's nothing to grow, you fool.
Actually, for those who don't know the history. So what ended up happening, though, eventually, years later.
Think about it. All these fucking dumbass lifters like Blaha go to the fucking supplement store, the health food store, and then they go there and they buy these, like, you know, gainers, like powders and gainers and, you know, amino acid blends and creatines and whatever. They buy all these things and they don't work. The reason why they don't work is because there's nothing to build. There's nothing damaged. There's nothing to build. You're still behaving in the same behavior, doing concentric exercise, hoping that if you take these magic supplements, somehow they're going to magically work their magic. And then guess what? You're going to get a different outcome. But guess what? You're going to get the same outcome doing the same exercise. Like Einstein says, it is madness to do the same exercise looking for a different outcome. You understand me? Because the outcome will always be the same in eccentric lifting. Zero growth at zero, friends. You understand me, friends? You capish? Do you capish, Blaha? At zero, you fool.
Your first meta-analysis hit, looking at like 20 studies, and the experts concluded, hey, this product does nothing to improve muscle growth.
It does in eccentric lifters, but not concentric.
It does nothing to improve muscle protein synthesis. And
it does improve muscle protein synthesis, because if muscles are damaged, protein synthesis is increased for that entire week. It is elevated for the entire week until the repair and remodeling's over.
Found at least one example where it actually reduced muscle protein synthesis.
It ain't gonna keep synthesizing protein if you're just doing concentric lifting. It has an MND size limit. Muscles, those nuclei can only synthesize so much protein per domain. Blah is really stupid. He thinks that they can just synthesize forever. Well, let me take this supplement. How come it's not working? They should be synthesizing the muscle cells. They should be getting bigger and bigger forever, like fat cells.
When large amounts of it were taken, when they put it intravenously, it reduced muscle protein synthesis, which means it would blunt muscle growth.
Intravenously? Why would it blunt muscle growth if muscle's damaged? If a muscle was damaged, it couldn't blunt it. It would have to repair it and remodel it. What is he talking about? Again, he's like, oh, I think they put it in an arm where they did concentric lifting. Listen, if you had two lifters, one did concentric lifting and the other one did eccentric lifting, and they did a test. Here's the problem with the test. They should have got an asshole like Blaha who does concentric lifting on the left, and a guy that does eccentric lifting that does muscle damage on the right. So a guy that does metabolic fatigue on the left, that's Blaha's lifting, metabolic fatigue, and the other guy that does muscle damage. And then they take this BCAA intravenously. Which one do you think it's going to work on? The guy that does metabolic fatigue lifting, fatiguing his muscles, or the guy that is damaging his muscles? Which one do you think is going to work? It's going to work.
It actually cost muscle, okay? And this is one in supplement form. You know, but then there's confusion for people.
Why would it cost muscle if muscle's damaged and it helps repair it?
But how come protein sources that are higher in it, because these are just basic amino acids, why are they so anabolic? Why do they produce superior results? Because
Why are they so anabolic? Why do they produce superior results? They're not anabolic. They don't produce superior results. You're just getting fat because they have sugar in them.
when it's in the matrix of a complete protein, it produces a different response.
No, it doesn't. They just put sugar in those powders. They put shitload of dextromaltrin and fucking, I don't know, a whole bunch of sugar shit in there and garbage. It's just garbage is sugar, bro. And I don't know, carbohydrate to blow you up. Carbohydrates.
And a lot of people are unaware of that all free aminos, so even people are like, oh, so you can just take essential aminos, right? Because we need that complex of those.
You can take essential aminos. They work if you're damaged. They don't work in concentric lifters.
Well, no, it turned out when those are studied, they actually produce.
What are they going to repair? Metabolic fucking stress? What are they going to repair there? Metabolic fucking fatigue? Sorry, metabolic fatigue? They're going to repair metabolic fatigue? How do you repair a metabolic fatigue? Oh, I forgot. You're recovering. Oh, yeah. Oh, concentric lifters, they recover. After their metabolic fatigue exercises, doing concentric exercise, they have to go recover. Well, guess what? Us bodybuilders that do eccentric lifting, we don't recover. We have to grow. We go home and we grow the rest of the week, and then we come back after our adaptation. We come back bigger and stronger. That's the whole idea. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, that's kind of how it works.
So less muscle protein synthesis than just whey protein does. They produce.
What is it? Just take this whey protein. You could take all these proteins. You could take all of these things, but doing metabolic fatigue doesn't build muscles. It doesn't repair metabolic fatigue because there's nothing there to repair. There's nothing to repair. There's nothing to grow from metabolic fatigue lifting. Get it, men.
Less. So even when the complete matrix is there, the essentials, not having a full complete protein with all the non-essentials also, actually appears to be less effective for muscle growth.
What are you talking about? It is absolutely effective for damaged muscles to grow when they're damaged. What the fuck is he talking about? Of course not. Not metabolic fatiguing, what you're doing, fatiguing muscles.
Consistently in the lab. So even essential amino acids are almost a scam, other than they actually work.
What? Essential amino acids are not a scam, bro. They work. They fucking work. I know from experience they work. Because brewer's yeast has all the amino acids in it. Not only does it have minerals, it has minerals and these B vitamins. It has all the essential amino acids in them. And the uptake is that of what? Animal protein. So, but they only work in damaged muscles. They don't work in metabolic fatigue exercise. Get it? There's nothing to grow there.
When all 8 of them are taken, but when just 3 are taken, branched chain aminos, even in large doses, it does nothing.
It does absolutely everything in damaged muscles. It grows damage, but not metabolic fatigue muscles. Of course it does nothing. In a goof like this, it would do nothing.
And I'm talking.
Because a goofball like this, what do you expect? He's too stupid to understand that. He's too dumb to understand this.
Nothing. It literally might as well be sugar. Like you might as well have just taken a sugar pill. It gives you a little bit of glucose.
Well, there you go. The ignorance has spoken. Ignorance has spoken. The almighty Oz, ignorance has spoken.
It'll mostly just get converted to glucose because it's not really usable by itself as just those 3 aminos for any sort of tissue building. So it seems to have no
tissue building, but it doesn't magically build tissue. It repairs and remodels new tissue. That's what it does. That's how it builds it when it's damaged. But you're not damaged. You're not doing anything there. You're just wasting your time. The all-powerful Oz.
Effect. And this is what multiple studies concluded. This is when the sum total human research was looked at. This is what the experts concluded. Okay?
What did the experts conclude, you fool?
Even more so, a second meta-analysis was done by another group of researchers to look through all the research.
I just brought it up in AI. It says it helps and aids in repairing and remodeling these damaged muscles. It doesn't say anything about metabolic fatigue. How does it aid in fixing metabolic fatigue?
extra studies came out, some other stuff came out. They reanalyzed the research. They also concluded it's useless.
It's only useless for dumb people like Blaha and the rest of the people that are out there that are dumb, thinking that these things have magic powers to build muscles for you. They don't damage muscles for you. You gotta damage them. Supplements are not going to damage your muscles for you. You gotta damage them, fool. Get it?
Whoa. Well, here's the kicker. There are still people who swear by it. You go into any group, any form.
Of course they swear by it. The ones that got damaged and got a repair and a remodeling from these supplements, of course they're going to swear by it. Only somebody like you, dumb enough to take them when not damaged and thinking they were going to magically build muscles. You have to be stupid.
Any bodybuilding, any lifting forum, any group on Facebook, anywhere, you will always see people suggesting it. They're like, it's one of the...
Believe me, there's so many stupid people out there. They think the supplement industry, what it's made for them, like it's going to magically build their muscles, even though they're doing the wrong exercise, concentric lifting. Then they think, well, my concentric lifting, I'll go take these supplements and they'll build these muscles for me. I'll take ADHD or DHDP or whatever the fuck, these stupid these supplements, and they're gonna magically build muscles for me because my exercise is not building them for me. So they'll build it. Yeah, give me a break, man.
The 4 supplements that work.
What if we told you that the hottest
And they actually believe it, even though all the research says it does nothing, and I'll get someone, well, I feel a difference on it. We'll be able to think about that. If any of you ever out there from taking an extra 10 grams of any protein source in your life?
Yeah, I have, Blaha. I have. What about it?
Ever felt it made a difference? How much?
Yes, I felt it made a big difference, especially Brewer's Yeast. It made a massive difference, bro, when it comes to repairing and remodeling muscles, big and strong.
To think about that. Even creatine, which has been documented to work when it's placebos accounted for.
Yeah, creatine works really well. Like I showed you guys in AI, it augments satellite cell when it's activated. If the satellite cell is not activated, it cannot augment it. It will not increase the satellite cell count, but it aids in increasing it, so there's more hypertrophy involved.
Doesn't seem to make any difference that you can tell. It's not.
But does it make a difference? Yeah, in concentric lifters, they take it and they gain 5 pounds of water. Why isn't it augmenting? Why isn't it increasing satellite cells in concentric lifting? Why? Why only in damaged muscles? Why? Because it only works in damage. It doesn't work in concentric. Get it, broski? Look, man, I popped it up here. I'll look at it again. Look. It tells you here, similar results were obtained when satellite cells were expressed as a proportion of subliminal nuclei. We conclude that a single bout of maximal eccentric exercise increases satellite cell numbers in both age groups. So you're doing eccentric exercise. That's what increases satellite cells. Okay, so then we used to augment it with what? This is a good one here too. Eccentric exercise. I don't know if this is new. Eccentric exercise increases satellite cell content in type 2 muscle fibers. Oh, I posted that in my community section already. So this is a good section here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. So we go back here. See? Research indicates that creatine supplementation can indeed augment the increase in satellite cell number, essentially promoting muscle growth by enhancing the proliferation and activation of these muscle stem cells when combined with resistance training. And what type of resistance training? Eccentric training, because eccentric activates what? Satellite cells. So once activated, it does that. Look, there's an NCBI version of this. I'm not going to bring it up, okay, dude? You can look for it. I put it in my community section a long time ago. It's far, far down there somewhere. It's even here, PMC. Look, creatine augmentation. This is it, okay? In conclusion, the study demonstrates that first time that creatine supplementation combined with strength training amplifies. What's strength training? eccentric training is strength training. Okay, I don't know. To you, what you don't understand, you may not understand what they're talking about here. So, anyways, they increase the satellite cell number of myonuclei concentration of skeletal muscle fibers, thereby allowing enhanced muscle growth fiber. It's this section right here, PMC. See that? You can find it in here. It's whatever. They have a I don't know, a PubMed version or a shorter version. See, increase in satellite cell myonuclei number of skeletal muscle induced by strength training. What they're talking about, eccentric training, eccentric. They're just not mentioning it here because they think you're doing both, but it's just an adaptation, and then you're not getting any more eccentric. You're a concentric lifter, comfortable concentric lifter, but you get the idea. So it augments it by increasing satellite cell number, giving you more hypertrophy. Whatever.
Enough difference to actually measure with just your perception. You have to have lab equipment to measure it, and it's probably the only supplement that's really considered.
I don't need lab equipment to measure it. I don't need that. I need damage to measure it. I need a relative amount of damage, micro damage to my muscle fibers. And then you take these supplements and you'll see if they aid, if they work.
Recently been shown to build muscle. And it's so little that if you get an effect, it's placebo.
No, they don't build muscles. They aid in repairing and remodeling muscles. Christ, man. Supplements do not build muscles. They aid in the repair and remodeling of damaged muscles. Get it? Fuck, man. This guy, he thinks that they have to build muscles for him because he's failed. So the supplement, it has to build muscles. And it doesn't build muscles. So it's a scam because it doesn't build. Of course not. They don't build muscles. Supplements do not build muscles. They can augment, they can aid in the repair and the remodeling of muscles if they're damaged, but they do not build muscles because of your shitty exercises.
So people are getting a placebo from it, and they're convinced it works. And you still see it.
What placebo are they getting from it? What placebo? What?
Everywhere. And I get people, and I'll see them in the groups, well, try it. I mean, it works for me. I'm talking about a cheap over-the-counter stuff. We're not talking about Dianabol here, guys. We're not talking about something that would, even if it worked the way it said it would, that you would see a difference. And that's usually a dead giveaway. The claims of supplements on the
Dead giveaway. Sounds like that song. Dead giveaway.
the results they're expected to produce are usually too small to perceive, if they actually work, right? So if you're noticing something, it's a placebo. Yet it's been...
If you're noticing something, it's a placebo. It's not doing anything. It doesn't build muscles. Supplements do not magically build muscles. They only aid in the repair and the remodeling of muscles, bro. My God.
so strong in this one because of the insane amount of marketing, because all these experts pimped it and pushed it, and it was pushed about
The dark side is very strong in this one.
10, 12 years ago as like the ultimate muscle building supplement. Like it was pushed for recovery, muscle protein synthesis, everything.
Yeah, and damaged muscles.
And then it turned out to be completely useless. It was a complete scam. The companies that put it out knew it was a scam, by the way.
Oh my
They
God.
knew it was a scam.
Oh my God.
They did it anyway.
Whatever.
And to this day,
Yeah.
you still see people who swear by something that has been known scam when the company put it out. They literally sued people and shut down opposition because they knew it was a scam.
Yeah.
And yet to this day,
Okay, Blaha.
people still swear by it. Even after it has been documented, fully documented to be
After it's been documented.
a scam and completely useless. Repeat
It's a
it like
scam. It's a scam and it's useless. It doesn't build muscles. It doesn't build my muscles. I paid money. It's supposed to build muscles. Oh, you mean it only aids in the repair and remodeling of muscles? Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
consistently in studies. And most experts are now out there saying, yeah, we realize it didn't work. It doesn't work. We're sorry about that.
What? What do you mean experts came out and said it doesn't work? What are you talking about? Of course, they don't work in building muscles. They aid in the repair and the remodeling of damaged muscles. They themselves do not build muscles magically out of thin air. They don't have godlike ability supplements to build muscles because you're not. Muscles are built through damage, but you're not damaging. You have a damaged brain, though.
By it. That is how powerful marketing can be.
Uh-huh.
All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today.
Thank God. That's how powerful marketing could be. Because these people, they're so dumb. They think, why don't they build muscles? They go, well, we took steroids and steroids built muscles. Steroids didn't build any muscles. They didn't build muscles. You understand me? What they do is they're wasting drugs. They retain energy in your muscles because they think you're dying. You're going through a famine. But they definitely are enhanced performing drugs because they're molecules. They bind with the androgen receptor, giving you, abilities to do, enhancing your performance. That's their job. Anyways, and their job is to prevent you from wasting away. But you're not wasting away. You're eating so much garbage carbohydrates. You're blowing up the balloon method. I'll see you in the next one, Ciao. If you don't know how these things work, then you really need to go back to school or something. He's so dumb, Blaha. He doesn't understand what supplements are meant to do. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, friends.